Hi again, Year 8. Today we are continuing with our acids and alkali studies, and we are going to turn to page 7 in our booklets. Now I'd like you to pop today's date at the top of page 7. Now it's important to remember that acids and alkalis are chemical opposites. We mentioned 3 acids that we would find in the lab last lesson, and today we're going to look at the 3 alkalis. Now I want you to notice the hazard sign on each alkali. They're definitely all corrosive, just as the acids were, and the ammonium hydroxide, in fact, is also hazardous to the environment. Now we're going to write in the 3 names of these alkalis. So the first one, it will be quite hard to see the name, is sodium hydroxide. Then we have got ammonium hydroxide, and as you can see, potassium hydroxide. And if you notice, all the names end in hydroxide, and that is true for lots of alkalis. Now I'd like you to pause the video, and like before, you're going to go and make friends with Google, and you're going to do a little bit of research. Now you have got 4 substances, and I'd like you to find the alkali that's in those 4 substances. Now just in case the pictures are hard to see, the first one is soap, the second one is oven cleaner, the third one is lime that would be sprayed on fields, and the fourth one is window cleaner. And like we said with acids, many of these weak alkalis are substances that we find in lots of items that we use every single day. Now, once you've got your research done, then we're going to think a bit more about these acids and alkalis. Now, so far, all the acids and alkalis that we've mentioned that we meet in the lab are all colourless liquids. So we need to be able to identify whether this colourless liquid is an acid or whether, and that's where these indicators come in. Now, indicators are substances that change colour in acid or alkali, and because of their colour change, they can indicate, as the name suggests, whether the substance is an acid or an alkali. Now we've moved on to page 8 in your booklet, and we're going to pop in the blank. Some substances change colour in acid or alkali, like we've said. These are called indicators. Now there are lots of indicators. We're going to spend the rest of this lesson looking at one of them. Now the indicator that we're going to talk about today is litmus. Now litmus can come in paper form, and it can also come in liquid form. Now it comes in paper. We've got red litmus and blue litmus, and if it's the liquid that we're using, it's actually a purple liquid. But it doesn't matter whether it's paper or whether it's the liquid, because the colour change is always the same. So litmus will always turn red in acid, and it will always turn blue in alkali. Now we're just going to pop the colour in. It's important to remember this. You can colour with me that litmus is red in acid, and like we've said, it is blue in alkali. Now, if we were in school, like we said on Tuesday, we would be doing these practicals, but Mrs. Cummings has very kindly set up the practical as a demo so that you can see what would happen. You can see there that you have got our results table. Now, in the practical, Mrs. Cummings will show you 5 substances. She's going to show you lemon juice. She's also going to show you vinegar, lime water, sodium hydroxide, and a substance called ammonia. Now, as you watch the video of Mrs. Cummings doing the practical, I'd like you to write in the colour that the litmus changes, and then we've got to make the decision based on what we've just learned whether the substance is an acid or an alkali.